back.
What's up?
Let's keep it real.
What's happening?
It's been a journey. You're not gonna believe this, but this is actually season dos.
2.
Dos, we out here, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been showing the love, all
Absolutely.
the subscriptions, all the thumbs up.
Yes.
Definitely wanted to send a shout out to Fatal the Watchman.
Yes.
Couldn't be here today because he's not
I'm
feeling
done.
well, you know. So you better be at the house with some juice, and you better be in the bed. You're getting these hands next week. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know, what's been going on with you guys? How's everything been since the first season? It's been what, 2 weeks?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been about 2 weeks since we did our last episode, man. And just honestly, like, for people, it could be someone literally writing us to take and say, hey, man, great job, keep it up. Or, man, you had said this, man, that really changed my day. Like, man, so we're really starting to have an impact, man, all 4 of us, man. And just having the guests on the show. Thank you, anybody who was ever on the show.
Everybody, thank you so
Everybody,
much.
thank you guys so much,
Thank
man.
you.
That's my
Appreciate it so
Two
much.
thumbs up.
Yeah, man, definitely. And so continue to share our videos. We're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna get better. As we promised since episode 1, we're gonna get better, and we have came through on that promise. All of us.
That's right.
Now, today's episode, we're gonna talk about happiness, the pursuit of happiness. Are you happy? And we have 3
the Constitution pursuit of happiness.
Now,
We're
like,
talking
About
Will
the slave
Smith?
owners. and
Are we Will Smith in this
hold on,
situation?
no, it's this is gonna be more personalized. So, like,
Will Smith when he looked like Mandela. You know what I'm saying? See the happiness.
Yeah.
he's walking around like.
Right. Yeah, that was a good movie though, yo.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness was a great. Remember when he got the job and he was like, I was like, I cried on that part.
I cried. I did.
It's my favorite
That
Will
movie
Smith
broke me down, bro.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't
Man,
cry.
I shedded a tear.
I
Man.
went to the
That's
bathroom
real.
and cried like a man. Went to the bathroom, cried like a man by myself.
I could dig it. I could dig it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
No
so
one knew that.
basically, we're just gonna take and get into today is 3 different perspectives, 3 different people, 3 different choices, 3 different directions, and just like what happiness takes and means to you guys and whatnot.
Right.
So.
And definitely want to put an emphasis on the fact that we've always said this, that all of us bring different things to the table because everybody's been through separate journeys.
Yeah.
You're kind of going to see that journey a little bit today
Yeah.
through each of us. And you're going to learn a lot more about each of us as well
Yeah.
in this episode.
Amen.
We're definitely trying to get to you. So,
Yeah, very
Yeah.
very well put, Si. Definitely
Yeah.
appreciate it. So we're gonna kick it off. I know for me, growing up, I'll start off. Growing up as a kid, you know, you watch these movies about families taking and making it and stuff like that. So we'll do this. What's the first? We're gonna go all 3 of us. What's the first thing that you guys ever wanted to take and be? Ever wanted to be?
first thing I ever wanted to be,
Yeah. As far as like career, like when you were like a little boy, how has that changed? And then what were some of the factors that changed that?
well, for me, it was, I feel like it was really always entertainment to an extent because I've always kind of had a personality as a kid. Like as younger, I didn't understand it, and there were just kind of spurts of things that I guess would be entertaining, you know, as a kid. Younger, I actually wanted to sing
Oh,
as a kid.
dang.
No lie, like that was a thing I really wanted to because
Uh-huh.
my mom sang
Yeah.
all the time.
Really? What kind of music she sang?
Well, she said gospel, R&B, all ends.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? When she was
All
younger,
the
she
Kirk
used to
Franklins,
sing.
all the
Well, yeah, like in my
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
there's like we have like a lot of people in my family who are just entertainment. Like I had an uncle, my grandfather, he was like in a band, you know,
Yeah.
back in the day. And, like just my family, we have singers, like real vocalists
Yeah.
in here. You know, I'm talking Anita Baker skills. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking real
Yeah.
talk. You know what I'm saying? Patti LaBelle type moves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
vocalists.
Yeah.
And I wanted it. And what kind of deterred me was I would listen to other artists. Hip hop happened
Yeah.
basically. And what it went from was I wanted to sing, and it's usually typical guy thing. You sing, you get the girls, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
remember like elementary school, and I was like pinching. I've been pinching ass since I was like 2nd grade. So I thought it was, I want to get girls. Like girls like this. Apparently, girls like this. I was like that even when I thought they had cooties. You know what I'm saying? So
Booties.
Remember that?
I remember
so
that.
I was always like that. So as I got older, of course, I got awkward, and I got real antisocial. So then it didn't really come out, and then it started. And in communities, you learn in Black people household snapping.
Yeah.
Like you got to be ready to. Somebody gonna talk about you, so you have to be ready. So then that happened. So then I wasn't good at that. But then I started learning that because I was like, you're gonna have people just popping jokes. So then I started making jokes.
Yeah.
Then that became a thing. Then I was listening to like Ice Cube and stuff back in the day, and I'd be like, how is he doing this?
And can I make a side note real quick?
Yeah.
When he was saying Black people, he means like through different cultural households, you see certain things growing up. People handle and do things a little different than you would see in your, I guess in a Black home, you might see jokes being thrown a little differently versus someone who's Caucasian, where they might play more board games and do more family. You know what I mean? It's just people have lived a little differently between culturally.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So but then I was like listening to Ice Cube, Pac, all of that, and I didn't know. Some reason I didn't comprehend that they wrote this down.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, how are they coming up with these words and doing this?
Yeah.
And I never thought about writing it down or putting it until 98, 99. I started trying to write because M happened.
How did they come up with these words and make them sound good? You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
Like-
You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all before, I caught on the M, Detroit. That's shout out to the third, right? So M is what I caught on to. I told you guys before. That was how I caught my cadence. I learned my cadences first with the speedy ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
So then I started that, and that's when everything changed.
Yeah.
So then of course watching M, I learned that I can be funny. I'm not gonna be funny like he was.
Yeah.
You know, he had a whole nother way of being funny where I would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he had that real Slim Shady where he spit in the lady's onion rings.
Oh,
And then she got in the car and she was walking out this thing and ate it. And this big old spit thing.
Gross, bro. That
It
made me
was
so
gross.
sick.
But that's his
That was his
humor.
style,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I was trying to figure out where's
Where's your
my humor?
What's your niche?
Yeah.
What's your it's like your sound. Like nowadays, these new artists have a sound. You know what I mean?
And I was trying to
Everybody
figure
has a sound.
that out.
Yeah.
So then,
T-Pain started that sound. I just want
for sure, he started it for this generation.
For
Just
this
say that
generation,
because
yeah.
we ain't gonna act like Roger,
Like
Zapp
what
and
happened
Roger
on
didn't
Pop?
happen.
Who was on that Pop? Yeah.
Can't act like they didn't happen.
Cal-
Snoop Dogg. Or Snoop Dogg sexual seduction. Just saying. Can't act like none of that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that's what happened with me. So my happiness turned into rapping. Where when I was younger, like y'all can attest to this, like I was the bars, I was focused.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what made me happy was I learned the whole style where you start the freestyle, you got the first like 2 or 4 bars.
Yeah.
And you're ready, and then after that you
just
I had
fill it
that
in,
down
it's just
pat.
fillers, yeah.
Had that down pat. But then what I caught on to was those first 4 bars, everybody's paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, why don't I do what doing for the 4 bars, but do it all 16? And then when I would do that, my happiness came from, I said this whole verse, and you gonna listen to this whole verse, and you get what I'm saying, you get my premise, it's not too hard to do, and I'm just doing it like it was easy. And I stayed on that craft for so long that eventually it started coming to me easy.
So you always wanted to be a rapper?
Yeah, so it was always in a way, some kind of entertainment.
Yeah.
In a way. So that was what if we're gonna start from the beginning,
Yeah.
that's where it was kind of one of the things I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't care about school. I played sports, but it wasn't like I could get out there right now play ball, but I wanted to rap.
Yeah.
And I wanted to beat people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because back then we were
That
battling
you,
too.
that you did. Yeah,
So you wanted to battle, so you wanted to win. I wanted to win, and I wanted to have that resume, so where somebody can say, anybody say Sakazam, and they say, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime that name comes up, it's, "Oh shit, you sure?"
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want.
Yeah.
And when I accomplished that, it was in high school. So in high school, when I was damn near a superstar because everybody was like, "Yo, he's doing it," but you can rap. Everybody wants to rap, but not everybody can do it like that.
And not everybody's gonna make it neither.
Right.
That is
So,
it too,
and that's what it was for me, man. And everybody to this day, even from back then, y'all still to this day, like, yo, bro, you got it.
Yeah.
I think for me, when I was younger, I watched a lot of superhero and I remember Jackie Chan. Like Jackie Chan was that dude when I was like.
The day he dies, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
When I was in like 90, I want to say 97 to like 2001, bro. Like I was all Jackie Chan.
Did you watch the old
Jet
ones?
Li, the one, all those movies, bro.
Did you catch the older ones before that?
Oh yeah, when he used to
like,
play out in the bootleg Chinese movies,
yeah. Because I remember he had the whole before.
He had his whole series of
America got a hold of him in the '90s, and that's when we got like Who Am I?
Yeah, like that was back in the Sunny. What's his name? Sunny Chow.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would watch a lot of ninja, kung fu, you know what I mean, Ninja Turtles, all that. I wanted to be a ninja, so I would do martial arts, bro. Like I wrestled, I took karate when I was real younger. Like I remember when I was younger, like I would watch those movies, and you remember in Japan they had the towers, and you can look and see. Well, when I lived in mainland Japan, they had those same towers, so you could look and see Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
So, bro, at sunrise, I would go outside. I would be practicing kicking, punching. You know what I mean? And it would feel like you in the movie. You know what I mean? You felt like you about to go get some. What's it called? You about to get that chi. Yeah. You can't wait to use this chi on somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You thought he about to shoot a fireball. Look at him.
Hey, did you ever try to go Super Saiyan when you were a kid?
I did.
I didn't do Super Saiyan, but I would watch wrestling too.
Yeah.
So I remember one time when I got in a fight in 3rd grade, I tried to DDT this dude.
Ooh.
Straight in the snow, bro. I was like, I seen Dallas Diamond Page do this last night. I'm about to give it to this dude, bro.
Hard, man.
Yeah, I kicked him in the stomach and everything. I was like, bah! And then I hopped on the bus.
Oh gosh.
See, you're bad. When you're a child, you gotta influence yourself with good things, because when you watch bad things or you watch things are action packed, you're gonna want to practice it. You're gonna want to reenact. You're gonna want to be those rappers. You're gonna want to be those ninjas. So I would go and try and pick fights and try and test people like it was an old kung fu flick.
Yeah.
My kung fu stronger than yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Enemy at the gates.
And then my dad and mom, they loved music. And they loved all kinds of music. Like my mom, she was she grew up in the Woodstock, 60s, 70s. She used to rock the big fro, the bell bottoms, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
So my mom, she lived her life. She's really enjoyed her life. And the same thing with my dad, he grew up in Philly. And they both met in New Jersey. So they're up, from really fast cities that, during the 60s and 70s and 80s, there's a lot going on, as far as music.
That was a crazy time politically.
Politics. I mean, you got a lot of movements going on, the civil rights movement. So, my parents witnessed a lot of things. So they raised me to love everybody and to listen and love everything. So I listened, I would listen to anything from country to rap, to the hardest rap, you know what I mean? And that's everything I would listen to. So I really took a liking to music when I was younger. And I remember they had a video game called Crapper Rapper. I can't remember.
Crapper
You remember?
Yeah.
It was like a dog or something.
He was like a dog. Kicking ball. Yeah.
The punch.
I would play that, write bars down from that, and then try and make songs off of that. And I would just try and make music from that, man. And then one of my homeboys, actually, when I was real young, I want to say 3rd or 4th grade, he was from Louisiana. And it's crazy because I think the first rap, the first person to rapper, for it to get big, you have to quote me or go backtrack it because I was reading it a couple months ago. It started in Louisiana. And if you look at a lot of artists that came out of Louisiana, very, very talented artists. There's some big major hitters in the rap game that came out of there. But just, besides the point, so I met this guy who happened to be from Louisiana, really good rapper at a young age. This dude was you thought Bow Wow was hot. This dude was dropping stuff. You had Bow Wow and he was like the big L, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like that's what he looked like compared to Bow Wow and how the stuff that he was rapping about. So that really developed me young as an artist and learning, okay, this is how I need to deliver. And not only that, we got hooked up with another dude from there. His name's City, J City. I think he's still rapping. I think he's still doing big things or whatever. But shout out to you, homie, if you're watching the show. He's another person from Louisiana, and his brother Chop actually passed away. You know, God bless. Oh, you know, you up there with the big man, or not even. You know, I don't even know where we go when we die. That's something else I've been deciphering because you got to read deep, you know, and things will open your eyes as far as that. I don't think we're going to heaven, but besides the point,
you were saying that guy was
that so he knew his brother knew Lil Wayne actually. They grew up on the ward together, so they had a deep connection there. So those are like kind of the people I was involved with, learning that scoped me to like music and to start pursuing music. And then another one of my boys, Keys, he's actually a big producer. He went to school for it. He produces out in Japan. You know, our boy Aaron, he's another producer. He made a couple of our beats. He made Like Your Style beat that we do,
which is still fire.
And I mean, like these people are all from Cali and Japan, so they all had big musical influences. And I mean, this is what, as I'm sitting back trying to learn how to rap, getting clowned on, can't even put two words together, like you were saying, like trying to make it make sense and make it good. That was me. I was just trying to develop as an artist. So I started when I was about 13. You know what I mean? It was from kung fu to music, and then since then it was just trying to hone that skill of art. And then now, right now in this day and age, it brought me to, you know what I mean? Like I DJ. You know, we're doing video. I produce. You know, I'm learning mastering music. I work in a church doing live sound. So I mean, there's just a lot that's developed me and has put me to learn a lot within my particular art. So I would say I haven't really got to my dream or what I kind of wanted to be as a dream, because when I was younger, man, I would say I wanted to be a big hip hop artist or a big star, but I don't want to be a star, man. I just want to put out a good message, you know. I want to leave something behind because we can't take nothing with us.
For me growing up, man, this is the first thing, like I was like 3.5 or 4. First thing I ever wanted to be was a cowboy. And my mom told me
Clint Eastwood?
Dog, I wanted to be a cowboy, catching horses and all that stuff. That's
back in the cops and robbers days at the park, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I just wanted to fight crime.
Vigilante.
A lot like yourself, man. I grew up I'm a hardcore martial artist fan. Huge fan of all the greats, man. Sonny Chin.
Sonny Chin. There we go.
Sonny Chin, Jackie Chan, and even some of the newer guys, you know.
Tony Jaa. Dog. Speed.
Elbows, easy. But that was the first thing I wanted to do. My mom told me that they didn't exist. So I was like, oh. And I remember in kindergarten, I was going to Mary Immaculate School. It's a Catholic school in over in Wales, over in England. And I lived there for 2 years and stuff. And I remember we had a circle what we wanted to be, and everybody wrote criminal. And I was like, I circled criminal, and I put a crown on it. I was like, well, I'm a king of the criminals. Like, I just always had a quest to be in the best, even if it was bad. But no, with all seriousness though, when I really started really thinking about it, first grade I did soccer. I want to be professional soccer. Second grade I did basketball. I did basketball. And then y'all remember the Boys and Girls Club or the youth center right in back of Popeyes.
We all there.
So I remember in third grade I was like 8 years old, and we would 7 years old, and we started playing football on that hard dirt field. And I used to come home with cuts and bruises and stuff like that. And man, that was those were the craziest days, man. And
street football.
Oh man, getting tackled on concrete, and so that's where my love for football. And eventually, I played in high school. Started as a freshman, and then and I did 1 year of college football. I did not start. Unfortunately, if you Google me, you won't be able to find me. But I have a few pictures on my Facebook page.
So your football was, because now I'm thinking, because I know you. I remember you played football. So for you, since for a while, that would explain the whole Dolphins thing and how serious you are about your football today.
Oh yeah,
it leads into
and the big thing of football too, man, is that I grew up in a home where I did not have support.
That's what I was gonna say, man. I know that probably helped you so much.
And like Dog, you're talking to somebody who still deals with depression today. I'm still struggling, man. Some days I'm a broken man. Some days, you know, I'm like, all right, guys, all right, and sometimes it's authentic. Sometimes I'm masking it, you know,
and that's real. I think that's real between anyone, man. Like, you know, I think if you're a real person, you would admit that, but real people won't admit that. Like, we all go through struggles. Ain't nobody living a perfect everyday 100 life, and you know, I wish. Let me find someone and show me if you every day your life is perfect.
Oh, they try that on Instagram every day.
Show me.
Yeah.
Every day.
Don't just show me the hundred picture of that good picture. You know, I want to see the first. Like, I want to see.
Oh no, they do it every day on Instagram.
Yeah.
That one picture that's showing them at the beach, they took that 17 times to make it look like and show that they was happy as hell for this 30 seconds sitting steady.
Look at me. I'm drinking pina coladas and Boko, whatever.
Some salad they ain't never heard of.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wanting the first day place.
Look at me. I'm cultured. I eat sushi.
Yeah, don't boast yourself.
Anyway,
build yourself.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I feel that. But yeah, man, that was my getaway for a long time. I didn't have parents like, hey, this is what taxes are. Is have a backup plan. Have this. Have that. I didn't have that, and I had to fit. I was homeless at the age of 17. I left home at 17. I was living with, I think I was in 3 different homes until the age of 17 and 18. Then eventually I got taken in by another family and stuff like that. My adopted family we love very much. But yeah, no. But yeah, to rewind, that was my getaway, man. When I was angry, all I could think about was football. I used to cry going to sleep at night. My mom would be like, "You're never a place. Nobody's on pay for that. Yeah, well, you think you're actually skilled? Just join the military like your dad, you know." Mm-hmm. And I would just have tears running down my face, like, man, my success is gonna be my best revenge.
Real quick, bro. And, you know the hardest thing is when your parent tells you that the dream you want to pursue something else.
Oh man.
And my dad was, man, bro, I would sit up in the room for hours with my boy Aaron, Kilo, what he used to go by. We'd sit up here, chop a song up, thinking so cool, dog. And my dad would go in there and be like, nah, nigga, like that ain't gonna work.
Yo,
you know, he's like, you need this, and that there. And that, I mean, he was being real though. You know, that's what made me a better artist, but that hurt. But you know what else hurt? When he was like, maybe you should, you know, this rap, you know, it ain't gonna work out. You need to go to school, have a backup plan. And you know, that hurt because I wanted to go to school. I wanted to go to what do they call the music arts? What do they call the music arts of America or the
it's like an art school. It's based on art school.
Yeah, so that big art college, and I looked up the tuition and everything, and then my dad was like, "Nah, you should go to school for this." You know, and that hurt because I really wanted to pursue that.
That's so true, because that's what happened to me too.
So I know what it's like to have. Yeah. I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No. I want to say I understand what you're saying because my dad was. It wasn't my dad. It was my mom. Because my dad supported us. You remember, Dad used to come to the house and listen to the joints and be like, "Okay, I see how you doing. I feel you." He would look at my rhymes and look at it and be like, I see how you trying to pronounce that, but that don't rhyme. That don't work. Dad is giving the constructive criticism. Mom, not having it.
Yeah.
To this day, still. No, we dropped the video. She ain't even watched it. Shit.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the song that she listened to, that she liked, that we like your style.
Like your style.
That's my mom, right? She's like, oh, yeah, okay, I can see you doing it now. Yeah. But then she hear Confetti remix, and she's like, okay, listen. You can't be out here telling people that you my son, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? So mom don't want, she's always like right now, she literally told me the other day, she was, because you know, my whole situation, whatever, literally telling me, you know, 35 is the cutoff. You can still join the military. Yeah. Personally, not my bag. If that's you, go for it. I don't have nothing bad to say. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to, that's what you choose to. Yeah. Now, as far as the life in there, I don't know about being a Marine, Airman, Army. I don't know about being enlisted in the game, but I can tell you what it's like being around people that are in that. Yeah. And I have good and I got bad.
Yeah, I think that's anything else. You know what you sign up for, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know if you really willing to do that.
But my focus was the bad, because I saw more bad. So that was for me. So like
Yeah.
for me, my parents weren't necessarily, and I've talked to my parents about it too, because about situations or whatever just in life, and asked them about it, and I've learned that I'm really a hard case. Because I really, and it sucks because I do this to my friends. Like I've done it to you. You don't have to come back and apologize, because I'm super. Get up. Yeah. You can do it. Get up. I'll pull you up. Get up. We're going together. That's me. Yeah. I don't never put in. It's hard for me to put in perspective that you got to go through something before we both go up this hill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's something that I'm working on too. But as far as having the support, like. Not everybody has the support that I had.
It's crazy though, because Did you want to?
Oh yeah, I have a lot.
Go ahead, Doug. I just want to drop something real quick though. When I've noticed like when people are like when I'm going through something, and say it's like something like I don't try and hold resentment towards nobody. I try and put off my feelings towards people, and I don't hold grudges or none of that. But we're not perfect. Sometimes there's that one person that you might see and you might hear them going through it. It's at first I might be like, man, yeah, like you deserve it, you know what I mean? But then my heart, I go back and I'm like, that's not right. Like, cause I don't want nobody to feel like I feel even when I'm hurting, cause I know what it feels like to hurt, and I wouldn't want nobody to feel like that. So that was just based off what you said.
My defense usually is if you're hurt. If you're
and when you were talking about bringing them, like, you're going down, so we gonna go down.
Like,
go
I
down,
have to. I don't never had that. I've always been around people that was like look up to me, and I'm like, okay, you're going through. Well, come on, get up. Don't sit, because if you sit there, what are you doing? I told my fiance, my girl, I told her, I said something happened, and she was in the house crying about it, and I was like, okay, well, while you sitting here crying about it, I'm gonna go do this. Yeah. Because sitting here crying about it ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually my thing. It's always been it. Like, yo, come, I got you. I'm with you.
I would like to know a humble approach today, as far as like, hey, stop crying, let's go.
But that's naturally my thing to say. You know what I mean? So
no, I've been there. I know that.
I'm not trying to be malicious. You know what I mean? I'm genuinely trying to be friendly and be like, bro, I got you. I'm 100% behind you. But my presentation of it isn't
misunderstood.
Isn't the way that you visualize it should be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So usually it comes off as it sounds like Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like I'm being harsh, but I'm really just being like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We can do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's my way of motivating you, by pissing you off enough to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here like this.
It sounds like Detroit, but you mean Al Green.
You know me. You know what I mean? Or Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, that's what Detroit. I forgot.
But yeah, so that's just saying that's for me. That's how I am. So as a friend, I say to all my friends, I'm sorry if I'm super I seem like I'm super hard, but. I'm genuinely.
He's got a heart in there. You know what I mean? Like, this dude got a heart in there.
It don't look like it, but it's somewhere. It's in there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have heart for everybody.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't either. I would love to. I would love to have heart for everybody.
There's only a couple people that I'm even. There's only a few people on this planet that I'm even gonna take the time to give you that.
You want something? Go ahead, bro. Take it.
Oh yeah. So it was football for a long time, and I'm gonna bring this back to elementary in a minute. But now I'm in high school. Senior year, I didn't play. I didn't play. I was, like I said, I was living with a friend of mine, and then I was living with a substitute teacher. I was friends with her sons. Not scandalous. I was just living there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I had to throw that out there. I said, I was living with my substitute teacher. Like, details. Just. No.
Oh man.
No. Shout out to the Rodriguez family, man. They had triplets, man. I was living with them for a little while at the Newport Heights, man.
Sure. That's love. That's cool. I was going to take a brother in like that.
Yeah, man. That was pretty cool. And then of course the Davidson family. That's my mom's and dad, and my brothers and whatnot. I love y'all a lot. That came after that, but yeah, man, it was crazy, man. I was straight up homeless, man, and I graduated high school with a C- average, man, 2.1. It was just a lot going on, man, and I was like, football. And then I had quit. So senior year, I was done with football. Like, I was done. I was joining the military. That was my backup plan, and it's one I just came up with. It wasn't one where I'm like, kind of like stirring the pot, middle school, high school. Like, no, it just happened. I'm like, Air Force. And then I went around telling everybody, because that's what I do. When I get excited sometimes, I don't really do that anymore.
You want to spread it, yeah.
Actually, I've been working on it. The last year, I haven't really done this as much, but I'll go telling everybody. Now I'm just like, I'll tell a handful, and that's it, you know. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to join the Air Force. It's from my country. Yeah, man, I'm going to do it. And I have test anxiety. I have really, really bad test anxiety. My test anxiety it's bad. I could get you A's and B's all day, but when it comes to taking tests, I will fail you. Like, I'm not. And I took the test and I failed. I was like, okay, got that score. I'm gonna try it again. Got a tutor. 6 months straight, I sacrificed almost all my social life senior year. That's supposed to be going out partying, getting ready for adulthood and whatnot, adult life, right? And I ended up failing again, and I felt dumb. My confidence was in the tank. I felt so stupid, and I was like, I could be a flight attendant. I don't know why I didn't want to be a flight attendant, because I'm terrified of planes. Like, I mean, I'm getting better now, but I just wanted to party, and this is before my wife. I just want to party, meet girls, and party city to city. That was gonna be my life.
It's everybody's dream.
And
it's the dream.
and then I got taken in by my adopted family. You know, right after I finished high school, moved out to Colorado Springs, tried to get into the Air Force Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, okay,
bro, I think
could
you
get
have like the perfect flight attendant voice. I'm just
you do.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing. I can see you telling me about putting my seatbelt in.
Sir, can you please put your seatbelt on? Sir, in seat number B51, can you stop flatulating?
Yo, American Airlines, get this man a job right here.
You see that he just
Give him
did?
a job.
You better get his boy money.
Give him his wings. Just give him his wings.
Give it to him.
Too fly.
But yeah, man, like, so I'm like, okay, here's the dream. I could go to the military, also play college football. Maybe if I'm good enough, people get drafted from Air Force Academy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Chad Hall, you know, he played for the Philadelphia Eagles, your team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He caught actually he got one touchdown from Michael Vick. Michael Vick's the last game of the season against the Redskins, 2010.
Was that like 50 yards? Yeah.
No, it was like a dump pass, but he caught it. You know, he got to the end zone. It was like a 10-yard. I don't know how I remember this, but I do. But anyway, I was like, so there's that, and then, you know, my father, well, adopted father at the time, I said adopted, just even though I don't call him he's just my dad now, but like, because there's parts of the story that I'm gonna go back to my biological father.
You understand
in the abuse that, in the filth I had to put up with growing up. So I tried getting to Air Force Academy. I ran 30 to 35 miles a week. Mm-hmm. And mind you, it's elevation. So, you know, they call Denver the Mile High City. Colorado Springs is also a mile high as well, too. We're an hour south of Denver. Anywho, I took, and dude, I was working out like crazy. I was taking my SATs, my ACTs. I don't have to take an ASVAB anymore. So I'm built up for a whole year of living in Colorado just to fail, and I didn't get in. I passed a physical test to get in there. I went to church, King Solomon Baptist Church. I knew people in the church. I'm like, yo, can you help me get in? I need help. Oh yeah. Nothing ever happened, but I wasn't relying on nobody. I was putting in the work every day. I had 2 jobs, and I worked out. That was my life. I had no wife or kids at the time. Fast forward, eventually I got into New Mexico Highlands University. I still had no clue what I'm gonna do. Now at this time I'm 19 years old. Mm-hmm. I'm 19 years old, okay? I have no clue what I'm gonna do. I don't understand the greatness that actually lies within me, you know? And I'm still understanding that, as a matter of fact. But I did 1 year of college football for New Mexico, for New Mexico Highlands University. Shouts out to the Cowboys over there in Las Vegas, New Mexico. But yeah,
both over there.
But yeah, man.
I lived in both of those cities.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I lived in on Cannon Air Force Base in New Mexico, and then in Las Vegas, I think it was Nellis.
Nellis. Nellis is up there.
I went there right after I was born.
New Mexico.
New Mexico is Cannon, and
yeah, there was no. Well, we'll talk afterwards. Yeah. We'll talk afterwards. But yeah, so I was out there, and I was like, okay,
Albuquerque.
I'm gonna do college football. And then I'm gonna do college football, and then my backup plan is now police work. Because if I was gonna go in the military, I was either gonna be a chef or I was gonna be a police. And now, mind you, since I've been talking, I'm already on like my 5th or 6th career choice, you know. And I still wasn't sure, and I was just kind of like partying, going to like different clubs and house parties, playing football, and man, I just got real lost. I was like, fast forward, I ended up getting married, and I dropped out of school. My heart just wasn't in it. I actually dropped out towards the end of the school year, man. After freshman year, I was basically done. I took my credits and I said, I'm never going back to school. Maybe I will. I was talking to Southern Connecticut State they're a 1AA school over in Connecticut to be closer to my girlfriend, now my wife, over in Connecticut. So that's what I was going to do. That didn't work out, you know, because I didn't have a 1 full year, and mentally I was going through a lot, man. I was really struggling with who I am as a person. I was struggling with depression. I was struggling with anxiety. You know, I dressed in real nice clothes. You'd never believe it because I masked the hell out of it. You won't be able to find out, but that's what I was going through. And long story short, I got married, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join the police force. I could still do that. And we ended up moving in North Carolina. I was trying to get into Durham Police Department, couldn't pass that test. That failed. I'm gonna kind of super fast forward here, wrap this up here, but for my side of the story. Moved to North Carolina, that didn't work. I moved back to Rhode Island. Everybody's calling me a failure for like the 2-3 years that we were back. Then we moved to Florida, and I was still holding on to that football dream. Now I'm 26. I'm gonna try out for the AFL Predators. They're on the games at ESPN. This is before the AAFL and the XFL, which is about to come out. You know, it was the AFL. It was arena football, and I'm gonna go AFL. I had lost 40 pounds. I dropped down to 240. I'm fast as ever. I'm strong than ever. And then when I got there, I was like, I want to do real estate. And like how that worked, you know, but I was there also just to start a life with family. Now to fast forward, my wife got ill. We had to go back to New England. Her dad ended up getting cancer. God rest, you know, my father-in-law, John, he just died around this time last year. We ended up going back. Now we're there for 3 years this time. And every time I go to Rhode Island, everybody's in my face like, you were supposed to be in the military? Or you was gonna be a cop in North Carolina, right? Or in Rhode Island, I was the failure. Okay. I was the failure of the town, and everybody constantly reminded me of that. Yeah. And then on top of that, I'm dealing with abusive parents, where I'm like, yo, I'm in my 20s. Why do I still talk to you? Like you. I didn't say you was a teenage mom and stuff was tough for you, but why? You know what I mean? Like I had very racist biological parents. I'm talking about now. And they would just verbally abuse me, send me letters. The dad would call just to threaten to kill me, like crazy stuff. So I'm dealing with that. And trying to find out what my purpose. Now I'm in my 20s and I'm in my late 20s. I have 2 kids now. You know what I mean? So, and then that brings me kind of to where I am here. And then I started to, now I'm 30 years old now. Okay, right now, I'm 30 years old. Take it back to elementary school. What have I always been good at? Social skills. I've always been good at social skills. I grew up in a racist household, right? I was never that way, ever in my life. But both my parents, my mother's Puerto Rican, my dad's a white man, very, very prejudiced, okay?
Which doesn't make any damn sense.
Like, and he was that type of guy. My dad growing up was like, hey there, Jamarcus, how you doing, buddy? But behind closed doors, that's the worst kind of racist, the closet ones, because you don't know who you're dealing with, right? But anywho, so yeah, there was that, and I've always had a hunger for social justice. I'm not talking about a keyboard warrior, but like actually going out there, having conversations, trying to change people's opinion on stuff like that, because we got to go through this world together. So I've been passionate at that, hence
the world
War and Peace. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So, you know, like
how you brought that back around, just saying.
Oh yeah, you know it. So, all right, elementary school, I remember I used to hustle toys. I remember being 7, 8 years old. How do you get all these toys? And I would take like a little, I would take like a little G.I. Joe, right? And be like, and I would come home, remember the movie Independence Day? Mm-hmm. I came home one time with this big alien with the face opens up and the little midget aliens in the beginning, in the middle of the brain. I used to come home with new toys every single day, and I would just hustle these kids where their dads were generals and colonels, and dog, I used to come home all the time. I'm like, man, and I realized, okay, well, I've lived in England, Japan, East Coast, West Coast, down south, Puerto Rico, all over. So I'm a people person as well too. So throughout these trials and tribulations, I started to discover, what do I want to do in life? Now I'm not going to say my company's name, I do want to keep that private, but I work in the banking industry. And I'll be honest with you, man, for the first time in my life, I could recklessly love a company. I could recklessly be happy in that company that God has blessed me with. Now I have other skills outside of that, man, and right now I'm just trusting the process, man. You know, I get my bachelor's degree next summer, man. I'm not a failure. I'm a good father. I'm a great husband. I'm a great friend. And while I still struggle I've been diagnosed with PTSD, not because I was in the battlefield, but just because of my home life growing up. And all these things, I'm here for a reason. And God is going to use me. Jesus Christ, He's going to use me to help other people. And I'm also still getting help myself. You know, I'm still learning this stuff myself. So for me, I'm happy with just being a good dad, being a good father, being ambitious. I will be starting a t-shirt company this summer sometime. Just starting, like, hopefully I'll have the actual website by December, I'm hoping, called Typhoon Season. So I have that, and then, yeah, man, just to be in management, help out people, and invest and stuff like that, travel the world. Because that, like you had said, we can't take nothing with us to the next life.
We can't, man.
Accomplishments and all, like, it's all for self-glorification. And the closer I've gotten to God, the closer I've realized my story, my life, the different things that I've been through, the self-esteem issues, all these different things. But I realized in the midst of that, right? How do you create diamonds? It takes pressure. It's in the dirt, right?
It does.
I've been in the dirt.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, like, throughout all this crazy stuff, God was building characteristics in me that are life-changing, and that like I read the book First Jeremiah in the Bible, man. Like, I feel like, man, I'm the chosen one. Like, God chose me to go through this path of pain, but look what it turned out to be. You know what I mean? I'm happy I didn't kill myself when I was a teenager and try to blow my brains out. I had a very abusive mother, a very abusive father, no support. So I've had to learn this. And then on top of that, society, and I'm pretty sure y'all agree with this, society is going to be like, well, you're this age, you got to get it by now.
Yeah, where's the rule book on where you and how you should
show
live?
me that, please.
Yeah, everything that's ever been based on or built within this country or any country we go to was off genocide, was off murder, was off power.
Yeah.
So we can't look at ourselves and think that we got this all together, because we don't. You know, everybody's dealing with a struggle. But I'm glad you bring up a lot of that stuff, Doug, because that shows that you don't have to take your life in order to keep moving. You just have to surround yourself around good people and keep motivated.
I'm with you, because listen, my childhood wasn't crazy. We had like, beginning of my life, we didn't have nothing. It was me, my mom, my sister. My mom got married when I was like 11. Like, right, whatever age it is, right before you go to like 6th grade.
Yeah.
Like, right before I went into middle school, my mom got married. So before that, it was the typical, the regular struggle that I'm not gonna tell it. It's like every other story you've heard. It's the mom at the house, got 2 kids, working 2-3 jobs, holding it down. The whole bag, right? That's just what it was.
It's still going on.
When she got married, everything, I started getting all the stuff that I wanted. It wasn't until my adult life when everything started getting weird, right? Because, like, my testimony was I partied. I did the partying you were talking about. I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I took it like I wanted to be the next level life. Yeah. And it was, for me, it was drugs. Right? So people always say, like I didn't like smoke crack or no shit. Like, I didn't do nothing like that. But like, in my mind, I used to say stuff like, how are people doing this and you see what it does to people? Yeah. You see what methamphetamine does to people.
Got
you
these
see
cheeseburgers, man.
I wasn't like that at all.
Got these cheeseburgers!
No. But like, you see, I was always said that. And then at some point, that voice didn't say anything. It was just like, okay. And this thing I know, I went from being a kid who was just smoking, doing some shrooms every now and then, you know, maybe the Xanax. Because I get it. I just see these kids
doing it. All nonchalant.
And when these kids do it, no, I have to say it like that's what I did, because like that's what it was. But like, I see kids on TV and in their music videos dropping like 2 or 3 bars at a time. Like, you ain't doing that.
You look at the new age, they're like, oh, it's just a Xanax.
Yeah,
they do week. Why ain't he doing 10? You know, they be going hard nowadays,
but
bro.
Like, but that's the thing. I was kind of that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then it went from that. I did. I think it was when I like started doing cocaine, and that was like a line. That's where the line was like, okay, we gonna do this shit now.
Okay.
So And then it went from there. I was doing ice, brown. I wasn't shooting up or nothing, but I was doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that Mary J is not the gateway drug. It is
Cocaine.
cocaine.
It's cocaine. It is not. It's not Mota.
No Mota.
You leave that alone. Nothing to do with it. I
It
did
comes
one line
from the earth.
Yes.
Herbs.
Cocaine is made in somebody's house.
Yeah.
I did that. I did all that. I did ecstasy, all of that. Like I legit, my body. I'm
It's not
rebuilding
worth
my
it,
body
right? It's
now.
not worth it. It broke your
No,
body
it's not
down,
because
yeah.
it destroyed my body. It destroyed my mental. You remember Rowdy? I used to sit up at night on the phone with him through the night, high out of my mind, doing like ice and stuff, and just in my room talking to this fool, telling him how one day God's gonna get me out of this. And legit, he did. He sent my whole family to come get me.
Amen.
You know, that's what happened. But it took for that because I wasn't going anywhere. I had decided this is what's gonna happen, and if I'm gonna start selling this at some point, and you know what I'm saying, start doing it. It took for my sister and my mother because they came to my house, and I'll never forget this because I had left and went to my friend across the street. We was at the house, smoking, you know.
Yeah.
And my mom came over and she went into my house, and my sister said she looked in there and stepped back. She was pregnant with my nephew at the time. And she said she looked in there and backed up because she got scared because they thought I was dead in my house. Because nobody had heard from me for like 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just whatever, right? I'm living my life, whatever.
Yeah.
They legit had to just like they got me. They was like, just put some clothes and come on. We're gonna go to the house and just hang out and just talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can stay tonight, but you gotta bring me back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Never took me back.
Oh.
Because I didn't have a car, I didn't have anything.
And shouts out to your family.
They took me
you
home,
got a good family,
they took me to
man.
the house and legit
Supportive.
got up in the morning, went to work, left me. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Nobody to call because we were all taking buses. So it's not like I called somebody to come pick me up and take me down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even so, why would I tell them to come to my parents' house? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all doing these drugs. You gonna run out. Ain't nobody got no money. If you see where my folks at, you coming over here.
Yeah.
Which is then gonna in turn make me do something. We don't need that. So that was my get clean right there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So I had to sit down and let the whole withdrawal, the painful, the sweat, all of that. I had to go through that and just deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And granted, it wasn't as bad because I hadn't been like sitting on this for like years at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing this and then I chill, go do something. Then I go back, do some, then I go do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was my all the way down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about rapping. I wasn't thinking about a career. I wasn't thinking about anybody else for that matter, right? My mother, my sister said me. My sister don't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Usually, my younger one.
Yeah.
She'll tell me nothing. That's my brother over there. He crazy. That's what he do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She said when she told me, it was like, I'm about to have a son. I'm gonna have a son.
Yeah.
I'm not about to sit here and try to explain how you were. I don't want to explain you had an uncle that was like this, and then I got to tell him that you're not here because you chose to do drugs to be stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
I impact you when she said that.
Man, bro, yeah, that's.
she told me, my mom was like, about my youngest sister, she was like, she getting older, she getting ready to get in high school, go to all kind of stuff. She was in middle school at the time. And I hadn't thought about none of this. I didn't put it into perspective.
Yeah.
When I had to sit at the damn house and couldn't do nothing, that's all I could think of.
Yeah.
And I got to look at you too.
Yeah.
So now
That's
I'm seeing
hard.
my
That's the
youngest
hardest
sister
thing when
every
you
day.
sit
And I'm
there,
looking
yeah.
at her, and I'm looking at her like, man, you don't even know. I was just stupid high 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Almost OD'd on some shit. Like, all going extra hard, and I'm sitting here looking at you. And I can't tell you this. I can't tell you this till later in your life because you're not going to understand this right now.
Yeah.
But I know for me it's going to be important later because she gonna run into these people. My niece and my nephew gonna run into some people like this. Cause it's always in the black community, no matter where you from. No matter what side you from. And usually, if you on the other side in the hood and all that's over here,
You know what?
usually you go over there for some reason.
It's all communities, bro. I think.
I know, I'm just
everybody-
using,
Yeah.
you know, but like for my house, they'll go over there because they don't know nothing about over on this side.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about that. And they're not gonna go find the white kids that's doing it. They're gonna find people that look like them. And that's gonna be the ones that be like, man, try this real quick. Cause I remember being there. I got mad females in my family. I remember going to parties with other girls and people that I didn't even care about. And I remember being at the party and new girl show up to the party ain't nobody seen before. But she'd show up to her with the little paper like, say, man, you trying?
Man, bro, it's
You know what I'm
bad.
saying?
It's an epidemic.
I've been there. Like
Like,
I've seen that.
when
I've
I was
seen
in-
all of this.
when I
So
was in Pennsylvania, man, like off Palace Avenue, this one street I used to stay off of, man, you could just see fiends walking up and down the street.
yeah.
You would like walk to a store or somebody walk up to you, hey man, you got bad?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, like I got my son right here, dog.
Yeah.
You serious, bro?
Right.
Like, just because you got a fitted cap on or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Or
then
you got the. It
it's
used to
bad.
be like you
Bad.
tell by the shoes. You go some places. It was like if you had the Cortezes. Remember those?
Oh, they hang them on the
Yeah. But they used to
hang
call
on
them. In some place they call them dope boys.
Yeah.
And all the dope boys wore the Cortezes.
Or they'll throw them on the light, you know,
Mhm. So you know.
on the
Where it's at,
on the lighting
right?
poles or whatever.
Yeah.
You
So,
know what
like,
it is.
little-
You looking for all
Yeah,
that. Man,
you
it's
know
crazy,
where it's
bro.
at.
It's crazy.
Or
It's
you
just
see
all
it. So
around.
it's certain stuff like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about that, and now when I didn't sobered up, and I was like, oh my god, what have I been doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm thinking I got all this knowledge. I need to make sure I tell. I need to telling you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you because I already know. You know what I'm saying? So when I don't have like I got a friend of mine. Shout out to Boston. He got cleaned up, everything.
Yeah.
He's doing his music. He wants to do music. He's hitting us up. He wants
Yeah.
to come on the show, do episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool cat.
Yeah.
But I was there with him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was when he was doing his shit, and I'm in the doing my. We were together.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so we talk to each other, and it's like, dog, yeah, real talk. You have done something.
Yeah.
You know, because we both. It took for us to get all the way back, and I mean all the way back
Yeah.
to into your psych, who
Yeah.
you are,
Yeah.
and then you got to go back and look at, oh, okay, I didn't even realize I was doing this.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know that you've been, like, you don't feel embarrassed until you go back and look at the fact that, like, I had a friend of mine who shoot up in front of me and in the middle of a conversation just does up.
Dang.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But then I'm talking to him and I'm telling him, like, bro, we used to sit on the couch and we used to just fucking doze up, spit. And he's embarrassed now,
Yeah.
but at the time he didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't cross. You know, cross. You're just like, man, I'm having a good time, man. Whatever, let's do this.
Absolutely.
You know, and it doesn't help that, you know, if you have low standards, you know, the women that are gonna come around,
Yeah.
But if your standards are low, which they probably are, you like, oh well, the the girls are here. I guess we're doing this.
Yeah.
So I think, man,
So-
I think like all in all, anything when we were younger, we're trying to pursue, it wasn't happiness because we didn't get nothing good out of it.
I think we went after what we thought was gonna make us the most happy at that moment.
Yeah.
We weren't thinking about future happiness. I think we were thinking about right here, right now. I'm happy for this hour.
Yeah.
Like right now, for the first time in my life, and big props to my company I currently work for. Like, so I'm in the banking industry. Like, I'm thinking about a career in HR, or as maybe a facilitator, like a company trainer or management. And I'd be so cool just helping other people live dreams.
You would,
come true.
you say like,
And
you
then-
know,
and then also
you
invest
feel like a diamond.
Yeah.
Would
man.
you ever thought that you would be doing that? You know, going through all. You know
You
what
would
I'm
have asked
saying?
me when I was 16 what I'd be
No.
doing now. Like, I would've been
No.
like,
Bro, when we knew each other and okay, this life that I have lived did
Yeah.
not see it coming.
and oh, hey, real quick, can I just add that? So, for those who don't know, all three of us, each other, all of our parents were in the military, so we know each other from Japan.
Yeah.
Live from San Antonio right now,
Yeah.
but we know each other from Okinawa, the great country of Okinawa.
Shout out
Japan.
to everybody in the OKI, man.
Yeah.
All of you. Much love and
Yes,
respect
man.
to you,
Love
especially
you
Mike
guys.
X.
Oh, yes.
Mike X, I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw you, bro, post.
I saw you. I saw you. I appreciate it, man. Love and respect to you, bro.
Yeah.
210B showing us
yeah,
love and
boys.
shit. Yeah, we
My
see
God,
you.
what's
Yeah.
up, baby? We
you.
see you,
Appreciate
boys, for sure.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
All the artists we interviewed.
Everybody.
Love.
Thank you,
Absolutely,
man.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah. Just to wrap it up, man. Where do y'all see yourselves? I usually ask the artists. Well, obviously as a hip hop artist, but just as like friends, man. Where do y'all see yourselves in the next 5 to 10 years? Kick out, and then we'll finish with that.
You mean for me or for us?
For personal. I'm sorry, I didn't.
For me, because this is gonna sound sappy as hell. This don't even sound like something I would say. But my happiness probably didn't start until like 6 years ago, when I met Zoe's ass. That's real, and I really don't tell her that enough, but it really kind of was, cause
Shouts out.
she's the reason my folks came and got me. I hadn't talked to her
That woman loved
for a
you,
long
man.
time,
Yeah,
and
she
she
loved
called
you.
them on Facebook. Was like,
Yeah.
I ain't heard from him. Where is it? What do you mean? Who are you? I'm his girlfriend. What? Wait a minute. He got a girlfriend.
Shouts out
You
to
not
Zoe,
here,
man.
and you can't find him?
Yeah.
Mom, own it. Got up, going to his house. We're going to get him. So that for me, that's where it started. So I'm still kind of on the path working on it. I still have that passion for the music. I still have that passion entertainment wise, as you can see what we're doing now. Probably in the future, I would have to say, because I'm not really, I used to want to be a superstar. I don't really want to, because I'm not a people person like that. You know, but I'm definitely can see the music becoming something. I definitely see doing something for this city.
Yeah.
For sure. And if anything, just presenting what y'all have.
Yeah.
You know, putting somebody else on. It might not be me.
Yeah.
You know, I can spit. I'm talking about I got this. I can do it, but it might not be me. Might be you.
I don't know. It might not be me, and if it ain't, man,
It is what it is. But I'm just
we
saying.
trying to put
You
on
know what I
whoever.
mean? So,
Yeah,
but
let's
to
be
put
come
it
together.
to put forward, you know, I want to. If it's not me, I'm gonna find who it is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
So in the
absolutely.
future, definitely, we'll probably still have this thing, same iPad running, but yeah, like big things as far as the War and Peace, the music and all that. I see that in the next 5 years, 10 years. Oh, we're gonna be just in the house,
Chilling.
just chilling, just
Hanging out.
Getting
giant
close
house,
to
just
40,
sitting.
you know what I mean? We might be
Oh,
out
yeah.
fishing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be
Out in
43.
Florida, yeah.
I got a bite.
I'm gonna be 43 years old, man.
Oh,
10
oh,
years.
good
So
For me, oh, sorry.
yeah, so that's where I see.
For me, man, I just want to continue to be a good father, a good husband, man. Chasing after God's heart, man. Like those are like things that are like really important to me. You
That's
know,
like
so-
Solomon, right? Wasn't Solomon after the Lord's heart?
Yeah, or is it King David?
King David, yeah.
He was the most ruthless sinner, but you know he loved the Lord, man. Nobody sinned more than David, but man, so just really chase after God's heart, man. Hope God willing, I'm still with the company that I love right now, still working with them. I'd hope to have also a side business, a side online business where I'm selling T-shirts, Japanese theme type stuff that you really can't just get in America. I have the thing about me, I have the imagination of a 5-year-old. So, you know, like I have just so many ideas, whether it be, you know, just you name it, I have an idea for it, like great ideas too. Like, so yeah, I'd hope to be doing that, impacting the world, mentoring people, you know what I mean? I'm getting my bachelor's next year, who knows? I may go for my master's, you know. Continue to work on my investments, my retirement savings and stuff like that, and just travel the world with my beautiful queen, my wife Jay. I love you so much. My daughter's Janelle. I just want to be the best father in the world for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I hope to be. And you know what? Hey, if I become a superstar, if I just became a local guy, whatever it is that God has planned for me, it's gonna be all right because I've trusted Him this far to get here, and I'm gonna continue to trust Him. It's never fails. That's what I'm asking.
I think me, man, 5 years from now, I just, you know, hope I'm better than I am today. You know, and I don't mean in a sense of better than you, just better as a person. You know, giving and serving. You know, like I feel like we've been called to do. You know, all praise go to Yahweh. I just pray He leads me continually and He stays on my heart. and I stay strong for my family and my team, and you know, whoever I work for, whoever I'm with, you know, I just pray to continue doing that. You know, I don't earn to be no superstar like these guys say. I just want to impact the world, whether it may be 2 people, 100 people. You know, I'm really not looking for numbers. I just want to make sure you're getting the message. You're getting the fact that we're trying to kick truth up in here. We don't know everything, you know what I mean? So we just trying to break it down, and you know, I just hope, you know, 5 years from now I'm more knowledgeable in what it is that we're supposed to be doing and how we're supposed to be leading. You know, I would like to definitely get some things accomplished as far as from 5 years from now. I got a few licenses in play. I just got my plumber's license in, so I hope, you know, 5 years from now I'm maybe a master plumber, if that's, you know, if that's what the plans of Yahweh is. And if not, then I would like to, you know, definitely continue my electrical license and my experience in that. You know, and then my service and, you know, maintenance of pool equipment, work, electrical. Like him, I don't want to display my company, but I'm kind of in the field of all that. And so, you know, I do music, I do a lot of things. I just plan to excel, and I pray to excel. Yeah, I pray to excel just in all of them, and just to impact and leave and not take, because I can't take nothing with me. So
I'm gonna say something real quick, cut in. I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm proud of us. And shouts out to Fatal the Watchman. Proud of you.
Shout out to you, Fatal. We miss you, bro.
Holla at your boy. Proud of him. Proud of all of us, man. Let's keep grinding, man. And if I could shout anybody, it's also gonna shout y'all out as well too, man. Let's continue to grind.
Yeah, definitely, man. War and peace, bro.
Right. Love and grind, man.
Second season.
I want to say this before we go.
Yeah.
If you've been listening this whole episode, I know you listened to some real testimonies today, man.
Yeah. Real talk.
True life. And I know on both our ends, you too. You know, it's what we've gone through. It's somebody else dealing with it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this episode is definitely to you. It's definitely to whoever this can help and reach out to, man. And if you feel like you can put something and say something, let us know, man. We'll bring you up here so you can put your input.
Yeah.
You know, we're all for it. We're not being combative. We're here to learn too. You know, we're doing this because this is part of, I know for me, this is part of me learning to be
This
better.
is life, yeah. This is how we learn.
This is how I'm learning what I need to do and how I need to treat people.
3 imperfect people right here trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and that's why we're talking to each other. We sit down, we talk to each other, we're talking to you, we're reaching out to you. Let us know, man. You know, especially if I say something that's wrong or it doesn't go, let me know.
Or offensive, you know, let me know. Message, drop it in
Come
the
over
inbox.
here. Let me know. Tell me.
Tell
Let me
us.
know. I'm down for the conversation and the knowledge that you have to give me. Now, no, I'm not gonna listen to you if it's some BS. It's crazy. If you ain't got no sense, I'm gonna tell you to your face. If you haven't noticed already, because I'm gonna tell your ass. If you ain't learned already.
Yeah.
But
I think you should join the circus. Like,
yeah,
man,
no,
keep
bro.
that to yourself.
Keep stay in the house. Stay at the house. But out of all the respect due to, you know, everybody going through it, it's always something going on. Somebody in this episode got killed right now. That's the world we live in. Right now, somebody got kidnapped. Right now. You know? There's somebody shooting up, doing drugs somewhere right now. If somebody woke up this morning with a fifth, drinking right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's always somebody going through something. You never know what everybody's going through. Like I said earlier, it's something I got to work on, especially with
Child
my friends.
abuse, you know, I'm just thinking like that. You
All
mentioned
kind
that,
of
bro.
stuff.
That's just like,
People bad.
man, that opened my eyes. Like, bro, that's crazy because that's going on right now as we speak.
While we're talking. So, you know, pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention and focus.
Yeah.
And really focus, because it's not always about you. As I've heard people tell me many times, it's not about me. Sometimes it's genuinely something else going on here. We all have to take a second.
We're selfish people. I'm selfish.
I am definitely. But it's something I'm working on, and something we all need to work on.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely all, like I said before, it's all fun and games till it's at your door.
Yeah.
Everybody's a killer till the killer show up.
Yeah.
You know? So pay attention to that. And always keep that in your head, guys. I couldn't present that to you any better, man.
Sure.
You just got to make sure you pay attention. Pay attention to your family, your close friends. If it's really your close friend, you'll notice.
Yeah, prayed up.
And don't ignore it, man. If you know somebody's like seems off, don't be afraid to ask a challenging question. Are you okay? Are you like, what's up, man? Hey, you
Go
want to hang
support
out,
them.
man?
They need that.
I just want to let you know that I care about you, man. Like, like you're not like if it's guy to guy, you're not. Use the word quotations gay. You know, if you say that, you tell your man you love him, or you care about him, man.
That's your boy. That's your
That's
dog,
your
man.
dog, man.
That's something that's
Love y'all,
only.
man.
That's when you're 20. That whole thing is weird.
That's
But when you get grown, I hug this guy right here.
Yeah, we brothers, man. Yeah, we brothers.
I didn't hug him when I was 16.
We know where our hearts is at.
It's like when I was younger, I never walked up to this man like, "What's up,
Hey,
dog?
man, how you
Come
doing,
here,
bro?
Hug me. Let's get it." Never. But now I'm 33 years old in July, and I'm what's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, bro? That's my bro, dog.
This when you're younger, it's funny. It's always a funny joke. It's a joke. Oh, don't touch me, fool. You gay. Put your knees on me, bro. Watch
you
out.
too
Or
close.
you be at the food eating that Whataburger, and you sit too close like, bro, watch your legs. Touching my knees,
You got a
bro.
little sugar in your
Got the
blood?
cooties.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cooties.
Exactly. So it's cool when you're younger, but when it's really your folks, it's really your boy, and you're not gonna know until later.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know that's your boy that first month.
Yeah.
You don't know that. That's your friend right
Through
there.
the seasons, yo, I want to drop something before if we about to end this, man. I talked to a real enlightened brother, man, and he was like, man, we're like, it's like a tree. You know what I mean? You got your roots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, life is like a tree. You got your roots, right? There's only like 7, 8 roots in the ground.
Yeah.
Right? That's like your close people.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your branches. You know, they're a little bit stronger. You know, but branches break.
Mhm.
But then on those branches, you got leaves, and those leaves are like people.
Yeah.
So there's somewhere they're gonna be with you in some seasons, and then some are gonna fall off.
Yeah.
And you're gonna grow new leaves, meet new people. It's a new season.
Yeah.
But you're always gonna have those roots in the ground. You know what I mean? And the whole point is you got to keep your roots
Yeah.
to keep you growing and strong.
Yeah.
If you bring leaves into your life, they are gonna fall. So keep roots in your life. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
You know, and let it be one root to one tree. You know, let that lead you to one.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're gonna leave with that. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Mike.
One piece.
One piece, 2-1.
Peace.
Side Kazama on your head
Yeah.
at all times, all day, at any
It'll
point in
sit.
time. Get it together, baby.
Doug.
Earth, Dad, Bob, Dougie B. What's up,
Yeah,
baby?
with the dance,
Out
yes,
here
sir.
with the
Yes,
thighs
sir.
out?
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I'm in the
Dog.
treadmill working on my quads.
Hey, yo, we in the gym.
making
We in the
blanket,
gym, boys.
making
Come
blanket
on the
castles
dot.
with making blanket castles with my kids.
Right?
I'm out here in these streets.
Hey,
you don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
Yeah.
Right.
Strong.
It's my man called y'all pregnant.
What's happening?
What's going on, folks?
One Piece 2-0.
Yeah. Hey, we just want to say thank you for everybody that's
Thank
giving
you
the,
so
the
much.
thumbs up and the
Support.
subscription. But we're trying to get you to do some more, baby.
Hey, you gotta subscribe. You gotta hit
Gotta.
that red button. Gotta spread that message. It's the only way it's gonna get heard.
that
Or
thumbs
else
up.
what's gonna happen to you?
Get these hands.
Man,
Braun
I
Strowman.
don't want to have to do it.
Braun Strowman
I
in
want to have
these
to
streets.
square up on you. You know what I
What's
mean?
up,
I
dog?
won't have to do. No, we won't do that.
I'm just
though.
playing. He
Yeah.
won't. I will. I'm
Yeah,
coming.
man.
I pull up.
I might bring the word. That's it.
Yeah, he gonna bring the Bible. I'm gonna bring the ass one. There we go.
One Piece.
Subscribe. 2-0.
Chopper, chopper.